Hi, my name is Ryann Rugg, and the story I want to share with you today is an adventure that I had with my grandpa and his beloved airplane. So before I kind of go into my adventure with my grandpa, I want to talk about what kind of pilot he was. My grandpa was a very skilled pilot. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. He flew in the Korean War and was shot down on enemy lines, ended up being found and was okay. The daredevil part in him is what is so exciting. When he first started flying planes, he rented one and took my grandmother out on their first date. And what he did to scare her was that he took the airplane and he flew underneath a bridge. So my grandpa really enjoyed that aspect of flying, the daredevil stuff and exciting people. So my story begins when we had a family reunion in Montana. I have a cousin who I don't get to see very often, so she decided to stay in Montana a little longer, and my grandpa and I were going to fly her home. She lives in Northern California. So we were flying to California, beautiful day. No clouds in the sky, the sun was out, beautiful blue sky. Part of it, our adventure takes us to Northern California, of course, and we got to fly near Mount Shasta, which was gorgeous. So as we're passing Mount Shasta, getting closer to Yuba City, a nice little adventurous flight, but pretty uneventful at this time. So we often ask my grandpa if he'll fly like a roller coaster, and that's where he dips and dives. And so as we're flying, we have our headsets on, and I ask my grandpa, "Grandpa, can you fly like a roller coaster?" My cousin, who is in the back, she has her headsets on as well, and she asks, "Yes, Grandpa, please." And he's like, "Oh, no, 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 girls." And the minute he said no, all of a sudden, the plane dives. And so we kind of start giggling. But at the same time, I happened to look out of the airplane window and I saw another airplane, an Air Force plane, fly right over the top of us. So we didn't talk. We dove. We giggled. And then for a moment, we were silent and we didn't talk. All of a sudden, all you could hear on your headset was my grandpa saying, "Girls, are you okay?" And it was one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had, the closest to death that I've become. And so we land in Yuba City and we're fine. We get a knock on the door as we're eating dinner, and a pilot happened to be on the other side of the door and asked if Bob Rutherford was there. So my grandpa, I'm still eating my dinner, but of course I'm curious and I'm listening. And it happened to be that we were in a restricted air zone. They don't have radar detection in that area, so it was hard for us to see, and we had to use visuals. Well, he just wanted to thank my grandpa for saving everybody's life that day. And I will never forget that story. Thank you.